Hey everyone, this is Kitten Lady. Today I'm going to show you guys how to start to wean kittens off of formula and onto Slurry. So we're going to be doing this with baby Bruno. He's 4 weeks old, which is a good time, if they're healthy, to start introducing them to wet food. You want to do this gradually, so you never want to take a kitten that's on formula and just automatically get them right on the meat wet food. You want to do it as a transition. So what I do is I'm basically mixing both of them together, blending them up in my blender bottle, and then putting it into a bottle, and I'm just going to gradually increase the concentration, adding more of this as we go, day by day. Eventually what you'll be able to do is you'll be able to start to put some of this slurry on your finger and get them used to kind of like eating it off of your finger rather than suckling it out of a bottle, and eventually into a bowl. So right now we're gonna make this slurry, and I'll show you guys how. So I've got my kitten formula here. Now usually, you're gonna be making it, it's 2 parts water to 1 part formula. But for Slurry, you want a little bit of extra hydration just because otherwise it gets really, really thick. So I'm gonna do for Bruno, I'm gonna do 2 of these. And then I'm gonna turn my water on. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so 4 would be like a regular, just a regular formula, 4 water to powder, but I'm gonna actually add more to it. So I'm gonna add maybe 2 more of these. So 1 more, 2 more, okay. So I have 6 water and 2 of this, and then I'm gonna open my can. I'm gonna add my food. Right now I'm adding about half a can of this wet food. You want to make sure that when you're getting them onto wet food that it's a kitten one. So like this is Fancy Feast for kittens specifically, not a cat food. It's just got a little bit more of the nutrients that they need with their growing bodies. Now I love this blender bottle here. It has like a little shaky metal piece in there that makes it so that there's no chunks. It's nice and smooth. It's easier going down for them. Okay, so let's shake that up. Okay, so this is nice and smooth. Ooh, smells very strong. So you can look in there and just make sure there's no chunks at all, that it's a nice smooth consistency. And then you're gonna pour this into your bottle. Now, of course, if you've been bottle feeding kittens, you know that the nipples for the bottles don't come cut. You have to cut them and, prick a little hole. I do open the hole up a bit more when I'm doing Slurry, just because the food can be a little bit chunkier for them. So you want to help get it out, but you don't want it to be, such a huge hole that they can choke it back and aspirate it. So you can see this is kind of like a soupy consistency, and this is nice when they're first getting used to it, because kittens don't necessarily know right away how to kind of like chew up that food, so they're used to suckling. So this is how I'm gonna kind of get him suckling, and then he'll start chewing on it a little bit, and then eventually he'll be able to eat Slurry out of a bowl, and then eventually we'll move on to just this. So this is all happening when they're about 4 to 5 weeks old. So let's go grab Bruno and see if he likes it. Okay, here's 4-week-old Bruno. He is ready to eat. He's been eating formula, but now he's going to be moving on to Slurry. At this age, they're going to be eating about every 5 hours or so. So it's been about 5 hours now since he's last eaten. So you can see he's hungry. He's like, where is the food? Okay. So same thing, you never ever ever want to feed a kitten on their back. Sometimes I see people trying to feed kittens like this, and that's very dangerous. That's not a natural position for them. So same as with bottle feeding, you want them to be in a natural position, sitting with their belly down, and then you're just gonna kind of encourage this into their mouth and make sure that they're swallowing it. Make sure it's not too much at a time, enough that they can just swallow. So here we go. Let's see if you like it. And I'm applying just a very little bit of pressure to help get it out. Do you like it? There we go. So this is just going to help Bruno get used to the idea of meat. You know, he's only had formula so far, so this is sort of introducing it to his body, which is good not only for his taste, but also because there's different proteins in here that he's not had before, so you want to introduce it slowly. Eventually, we'll be introducing more and more of it, but for now, a nice little slow introduction in the bottle. And he likes it. This can be really messy. Bruno's doing a really great job. He's a pretty good eater. But don't be discouraged if it gets all over their face. You can clean them up. Just make sure that you do clean them up so it doesn't stick to their fur like glue. And you can see that this is kind of, I'm compressing the bottle as he's eating. And he ate quite a lot. Look at that. He had about half a bottle, a little bit less than half a bottle, which is awesome for a kitten of his age. So let's see what that made his belly look like. Oh boy, big belly, just a little bit on the face, so we'll wipe him up. But that's pretty much it for the Slurry. Now the other thing at this age is that they start being able to use the litter box and stuff like that. So he actually had his first awesome, healthy poop that he did on his own in the litter box. So when you're introducing this, when they're about this size, you also want to start introducing a litter box to them. You know, still helping them pee and poop if you need to, but, you know, they should be starting to become pretty independent around this age. So he's nice and full. He is, you know, cleaning up his face on his own, licking his chops and stuff. So good job, Bruno. He will be an independent boy in no time. So thank you guys for watching. Check out my other videos, youtube.com/kittenlady. You can also check me out on kittenlady.org or on all of my social media. You can follow the stories of the kittens that I'm rescuing. So thank you for your support and have a great day.